What is up, everybody? So, it looks like we're making a lot of noise in regard to the bigger and better bottle bill, and we're starting to get some news segments talking about the subject. Check this out.
A longer solution. The state's considering increasing the bottle deposit from 5 cents to a dime and expanding the number of bottles that qualify. Chief Investigative Reporter Berkeley Breen shows us how the money works and how the state could cash in.
So here are two bottles that get a 5-cent deposit. When you buy a bottle, the company gets the nickel. When the bottle gets returned, the customer gets a nickel and the companies give a nickel back to the store. But if a bottle is not returned, that nickel turns into 5 pennies. The company keeps 1 and 4 go to New York State.
Well, 80% of the revenues from unredeemed deposits go back to the state.
Blair Horner runs the New York Public Interest Research Group. He advocates for the bill that raises the deposit to 10 cents. It would increase the incentive for people to return the bottle. After all,
A nickel in 1982 is not worth a nickel in 2025.
and if the bottle is not returned, well, then the state gets more money for environmental issues. So if it's a dime instead of a nickel and the bottle isn't returned, that dime turns into 10 pennies. And New York State gets its 80%.
Based on our calculations, that could be as much as $100 million in revenue to the state. And a state that's going to be looking for revenue, this is one way to enhance it.
When I walked the inner loop with environmental advocate David Mazur, he found bottles that still don't qualify for deposits in New York.
And so that disincentivizes someone to bring that back to the recycling bin and get the 5-cent deposit because you can't get a deposit because of a big loophole in New York state laws.
If the bottle law expands, that bottle would get a deposit. And so would bottles of iced tea and sports drinks and wine and liquor. Berkeley Breen, News 10, NBC.